All right, let's continue in creating our proportional relationships. So, here we have a situation where the salesperson earns a 10% commission on sales of energy efficient appliances. We want to draw a graph to model this situation, and then we're going to talk about whether the amount of commission is proportional to the amount of sales, and then how do we know? So I need to change my percent to a decimal, so that means 2 decimal places to the left, and so this becomes 0.1 or 0.10, either one. And so we earn that a 10% commission on sales of energy efficient appliances. So that's on each sale. Now, what is a commission? A commission is when someone, like the most accurate one I can think of nearby, where maybe you've been there, is Nebraska Furniture Mart. And so their employees who work on the sales floor, especially in like appliances where they're selling the stove tops, the washer and dryers, the microwaves, or upstairs where they're selling the bedroom sets, the mattresses, all of that stuff, they earn a commission for each sale that they make. And a commission is just the amount of money they make off the sale. So like a real estate agent earns a commission. So if they sell your property, then they earn money off of it. If they end up finding you a house, then you pay them a certain amount based off of how much the house is. So commission is just how much you earn for each sale. So with that being said, for this, we're going to have y equals 0.1x as our equation, because x is our sales and y is our commission. How much we earned. All right, so make myself a table, right? My x and my y. Now, if I sell, we can't sell negative items. So that's why we have a coordinate grid here. If I sell 0 items, then I earn 0 amount of money. If I sell 50 items, or sorry, $50, because that's the amount of our sale, we get 10% off the sale. So if I sell $50 worth of energy efficient appliances, then I earn $5. If I sell 100, then I earn 10. If I sell 150, I earn 15. If I sell 200, I earn 20, right? So we kind of get an idea of how this works. And so then we're going to move that to the graph, and I'm going to count by 50s for my x values. So this would then be 200 and 300. And then I'm going to count by 5s, but I'm going to label each 10. 24, 30, and 40. All right. And then from here I graph. I have a point at 0, 0. And when my x was 50, my y was 5. When my x was 100, my y was 10. When my x was 150, I was at 15. And when I was at 200, I was at 20. And so that's my graph. Now this one would be, continuous. We would draw a line. I'm going to write this up here. Continuous. And why? Because I could sell something between $50 and $100, and I'm able to find out how much I earn off of that. I'm not just earning off of 50, 100, I'm not earning on just $50 increments. I could earn anything in between. Like if I sold $10 worth of items, I'm earning $1 type of thing. And so that's why it's continuous. Now, is the amount of commission proportional to the amount of sales? And the answer is yes. And how do we know? We've got the 0, 0, and a constant rate of proportionality, right? Or we said constant of proportionality. So our COP, our slope, and our slope in this case is 1/10. That's our slope. All right, next equation. Ice forms at 0% Celsius, 0 degrees Celsius. The surface temperature of the ice on an ice rink decreases 0.5 degrees Celsius every hour. Draw a graph to model the situation and then start when the surface temperature of the ice is 0. So, draw ourselves a table, X and Y. And at 0 minutes, we're at 0 degrees Celsius. And it says decreases every hour, right? And so we'll say that our X value is time in hours, and our Y value is temp in degrees Celsius. All right, now if you notice, we're in the fourth quadrant here. We have our positive X values, but our negative Y values, and that's because we're decreasing, right? And so my equation for this one would be that my Y is equal to 0.5 times my X. And so after 10 hours, I'm going to be at negative 0.5x. That was my bad. So after 10 hours, I am at a negative 5 degrees Celsius. At 20 hours, I am at negative 10 degrees Celsius. And so we can continue that on, right? And so I'm going to label these 10, 20. If we did 30, we would be at a negative 15 degrees Celsius. And 40. All right. And then here we're going to go every 5. Negative 5, negative 10, negative, 15, negative 20, negative 25, negative 30, and we continue on. All right, so 10, we were at negative 5. 0, we were at 0. Oops, no, let me have that point. 20, we were at negative 10. 30, we were at negative 15. 40 would be a negative 20. And 50 would be a negative 25. Now this is continuous, so I'm gonna do my best to draw a line, which did not work out very well. Ooh, undo that, take that back. Oh, of course not. Okay, 10. All right, so we draw our line to the best of our ability through our dots. Right? And why is this continuous? Because even though we talk about every hour, and here I was finding 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 hours, right? In all actuality, we would be finding like on the half hour or on the hour. And so after 1 hour, we would be 0.5 degrees, negative 0.5 degrees Celsius, right? And so we can find the temperatures for any time in between these hours. This is just the hours I chose. Is the surface temperature of the ice proportional to time? And the answer is yes. We start at 0, 0, right? We started at 0, 0. And negative 0.5 degrees Celsius is our rate of change, or our constant of proportionality, whichever way you want to think of it. So yes, even though it's negative and it's going down, because we start at 0, 0, we are and have a constant rate of change, we are a proportional statement. And I think we have one left. Write a linear function for the graph where y is the total change and x is the year since 2000. And so we're starting at 0, 0, so really any point that we find. So here's a point. I could also choose up here or here. But any of these points that we find, that's like our slope, right? So between 0, 0 and 1, 481, our slope is 481 over 1, because we went up 481 and then we went over 1. So that's our rate of change, right? M equals. So when we're writing our equation for, a proportional statement, we're doing y equals mx. That's our equation, where m is our slope. So here, y will equal 481x. That's how that works. So then what would the total change by 2017 is? Well, these are years since 2000. So 2017 minus 2000 means 17 years. And so then I'm going to plug 17 in for x. So y will equal 481 times 17. And I'm pulling out my handy dandy calculator. And according to the handy dandy calculator, after 17 years, no, take me back, they change 8,177 times. So that is the change, total change. So that's what I got. Until next time, 8th grade, keep doing you.